Imagine, if you will, a speaker kit so high-end that it comes in a bespoke briefcase and has tweeters that feature a material that is stronger than steel, yet lighter than aluminum. This is the P60 limited edition kit from the Focal Inside lineup. Now, before we can open up this briefcase and take a closer look at these speakers, it is important to ask the question, what is Focal Inside? Well, you may be familiar with the high-end French speaker brand Focal. They are well known for their incredible sounding speakers, many of which feature exotic cone materials and unique engineering to achieve stellar results. Now, while one could normally purchase these speakers and adapt them to any vehicle, this of course requires custom fabrication of proper speaker adapters and oftentimes cutting wiring harnesses to make aftermarket connections. So this is where the Focal Inside line shines. This line integrates the speakers to become part of the mounting solution, which means these are ready to be bolted directly into a vehicle. I want to point this out because although the speaker kit inside this briefcase is for Porsche vehicles, there are other solutions for other vehicles in the Focal Inside lineup as well. As an example, this is the IS Ford 690 kit, which is compatible with a variety of Ford vehicles, in particular one being the Ford F-150. As you can see, this gives us an aftermarket Focal speaker that is integrated as part of the frame to bolt this straight into the vehicle. Even more unique, depending on the kit, they provide custom mounting brackets like this one here to mount smaller speakers, like in this case the tweeter. And check this out, a custom wiring harness. That way we can plug into the OEM wire harnesses on the vehicle. No cutting of any wiring is needed. Just plug and play, and that's the same theme that we're going to see in this kit here. Now, like I mentioned earlier, this speaker kit is for Porsche vehicles, and I'll put the compatible models up on screen. So without further ado, let's open this up, the Focal Inside P60 limited edition kit. Now, right away, one of the first things I noticed is this metal number plate. To pay homage to the Porsche 911, only 911 of this speaker kit will ever be made. So if you do purchase this speaker kit, you're going to see what serial number you have here. Next up, there's all of the individual beautiful speaker drivers, and we're going to want to take a closer look at all of these. In this case, they have 2 woofers, 3 mid-ranges, and 2 tweeters. A quick side note though, as much as I wish I owned a Porsche so that I could show you guys the installation process, I don't have one. But my friend Herman from Sound Innovations was kind enough to send me some install pics that I'll be sharing throughout this video. These speaker drivers have been designed by the engineers at Focal to be used specifically in the Porsche vehicles, allowing them to achieve incredible performance, all while being an easy to install solution that maintains the integrity of the vehicle. Now, like I mentioned previously, there are 2 woofers in this kit, and you're going to notice that they are similar in design to the Utopia lineup from the a la carte solutions that Focal offers. Design-wise, these feature the W composite sandwich cone, and a quick lesson on speaker design, you want a cone that is extremely rigid so that it reproduces sound accurately, but you also want it to be incredibly light so that the movement of the cone can remain controlled. When designed properly, a speaker cone will provide a linear frequency response with low levels of distortion, which is why the Focal engineers use exotic materials and unique design in these drivers to achieve these goals. These have a butyl rubber surround, and if we flip around to the backside here, we're going to see the neodymium magnet. Something I noticed right away is that the basket design here is combined into the flange of the speaker itself, and that's because these are made to bolt directly in. But not only that, the basket and this flange are also metal, and you can see on the backside of the flange here, they have a sealing material in order to seal this speaker correctly to the door. The woofers and mid-ranges also include an engraved serial number. Now, something else to notice about this woofer immediately is its size. This is actually an 8-inch woofer or a 200mm woofer for you metric folks. The size of the cone is definitely going to help you achieve stellar mid-bass performance in the system, and just to give you a size comparison, here's a typical 6.5-inch woofer next to it. Again, like we've mentioned previously, these do have this plug that allows for direct connection into the vehicle. No modifications are needed to be made to the wiring harness. And another important design characteristic that you might might not notice right away is the fact that the frame of this is extended beyond the surface of the speaker. The reason that is important is this edge here is actually going to seal properly to the door in the vehicle, which is critical because this helps make sure that we guide all of the sound through the speaker grill in the vehicle, rather than potentially having that sound bouncing around inside the door panel, destroying the sound quality. Overall, these woofers are definitely designed to achieve powerful and dynamic bass. Now the mid-range drivers, and again, you're going to get 3 of these in the system. 1 is for each door, and then 1 is for the center of the dash. Also, once again, the speaker basket and the mounting plate here are all one piece and all made of metal. And you'll note that, of course, that unique bracket design allows this to be bolted directly into the vehicle. And of course, once again, we're going to see that unique plug design that allows these to be plug and play. Ultimately, these mid-range drivers allow us to achieve that signature Focal sound without coloration. Now finally, let's take a look at the 2 tweeters. The tweeters here are 1 5/8 inches or 42 millimeters. You'll see the word beryllium there, and that's because these have a beryllium inverted dome. Again, there's an advantage here, of course, to using this rare metal material, and that's that it's extremely light yet incredibly strong. These also quickly install under the factory metal tab in the vehicle, and they have a custom wire harness affixed to them, which allows them to be plug and play. The unique P60 tweeter is definitely going to help you achieve accurate sound reproduction. Finally, up here in the corner of the case, you're going to find documentation for the P60 speaker kit. Overall, the Focal Inside P60 limited edition kit is nothing short of impressive. But don't forget that the Focal Inside lineup has solutions for other vehicles as well. To learn more about these kits and find a dealer near you, check out the links down in the video description. A special thanks to Focal America for sponsoring this video, and thank you guys for tuning in and watching.